it sucks that the camera angle is flipped when I do the day drinks. I'll be wearing some cool outfits, but you can't really see how cool they are because it's all flipped on your side. Because it's, you know, it's flipped. It's in reverse. Hate it. That's what I don't like about Snapchat either. You know, you wear a cool shirt and yeah. All right. It's all right. People can see me. Salute. Hi guys, welcome to Day Drinking with Coleman. I do this every Saturday. Today I'm at the most popular spot in the world right now, Paradise Sports Bar, with all the coolest bartenders. Let's see, we got Brooke the bartender. What's up, Scott? Kaloum. What's up, Danny? We got Chevy the bartender, the bartender, I'm sorry. We got Lola the other bartender. They told me they did a smashing job last night for the DJ party. Salute. How you guys doing? So, believe it or not, oh, I hate that it's backwards. I like the way that this shirt matched the hat, but it's all flipped in reverse. What's going on, Bridget? Even though I'm smiling, and even though it's a beautiful day, and even though I'm kind of enjoying myself, I have to say I'm not too happy today, man. I'm kind of frustrated, and I figured I'd drink about it. All right, so we're gonna talk about why I'm frustrated. I'm gonna tell you what this guy in France did with his lottery winnings. I'm gonna tell you what this dude bought on Craigslist, and I'm going to tell you about assault and catering. All right, so let's get to it. Salute. All right, here's why I'm frustrated. I filed my taxes yesterday, and ever since I've been in the labor force, ever since I've been collecting a paycheck, it seems like almost every year I always owe money. I don't get nothing back. Never did. And on the rare occasions where I kind of lucked up and got money back in taxes, it's only like a few $100s. Like nothing. I never got a 4-digit tax return ever in life. And people keep saying, oh, you know, it's because you need to claim a dependent, or you got to go through this legal loophole, this, that, and the other. Man, I have a great day. I wish they'd get rid of them other guys. Oh yeah, those. Oh well. Anyway, Clark, I'm I'm also going to answer Travis's question. I put on Facebook earlier, what would you like for me to talk about specifically on day drinking? And Travis wants me to talk about the death of radio, or how radio is dead. And we'll get into it. He gave some examples of why he thinks radio is dead. I'm gonna break that all down. All right. But right now it's all about the frustration of my tax returns. How I never get nothing back. Never. And I see like my friends and all that. Some of them understandable. They have children or they have a dependent. I get why they get money back. But I even know some, single friends with no kids. Somehow they manage to slip and get some money back, and I don't get why. And they say, one of my bosses was trying to break it down and say that's because they don't take enough out of your paycheck, or I should add more deductions or something like that. The language, the financial language perplexes me, and I think that's by design to be overly perplexed. Because I try to understand it, but they keep using all these words and W-2s and 1099-Gs and this in the section of the profit, this in the social. It's like, it makes my brain hurt, and a part of me thinks it's designed to make my brain hurt. So anyway, my boss is saying the reason you always owe money in taxes is because they don't take enough out of your taxes on your paycheck, which once again, I don't get, because they take a damn good amount. Like they take a lot. If they took the amount, if they took any more, I would be struggling. I'm still struggling. I'm broke, y'all. Like even when I started working in radio, and I signed the biggest full-time contract I ever signed in my life, I was excited about it. Like, wow, I made it. I made it to the big times. Here I am. It took me a bunch of years, but here I am. I made it. I'm about to sign this contract. Most money. I was imagining in my brain. You know how like when you think you're about to hit the lottery, when you buy a lottery ticket, and then you just start imagining what you're going to do with the money? I remember when they told me how much I was getting paid, I was like, ooh, I got excited. And I started mapping out like how what that breaks down from month to month, and what that breaks down from week to week, right? And how much money I was going to have. But when I actually got the first full-time paycheck, it was nothing like I calculated. So I went to my HR thing on a computer to figure out like why my check wasn't what I imagined it to be based on the money they told me I was going to make. It's because the taxes boned me. the taxes went blah. Like when I saw the actual breakdown, apparently there's this thing. I've been broke my entire life, so I never knew this. The more money you make, the more taxes that they take out. How does that work? How do you have an incentive to make more money? Like, I'm afraid to ask for a raise because it's not by the time the raise, like, let's say I ask for a raise and they agree. And for some strange reason, they actually double the money that I'm getting paid, right? Boom. I wouldn't even see the double amount of my checks because the taxes would increase as how much I'm getting paid gets bigger. So I would actually only see a third, of the money, of the extra money if I got a raise. Right now, if I got a little bit of a raise, I won't see it because of the taxes. They take so much out, it doesn't even make no sense for me to ask for a raise because it's pretty much null and void. Wow. So, trying to figure that out, seeing how much they got boned in taxes, it incentivizes me to ask for more money because I'm not going to see it anyway. And then I was thinking, what the hell are they doing with the tax money? If first of all, if they take more out of my check, I can't live. I can't live. But yet they keep saying they don't take enough. It's like, how much do you actually need then? If what you taking out of my check, which is a good chunk, isn't enough and I still owe you more, what the hell do you want from me? And what are you doing with it? Like, what the hell are you doing with my tax money, right? So I Googled it. I looked it up. And once again, more frustrated. So I was literally trying to figure out where exactly do tax money go. And it was all these vague pie charts. It was nothing specific. It was always something like education and defense, and which is all good, but that wasn't what I was looking for. Like education, defense, Medicare, Social Security. But it was all vague. When I say I want to know what my tax money is going, I want an itemized list, not a vague pie chart like 70% goes to military spending, 80% goes to Social Security, 30% goes to education. No, I want an itemized list of everything, the money, with the item, how much money it is, where they got it from, with the date. I want a receipt. I don't care if this receipt is as long as the Encyclopedia Britannica. I want to know where every single cent is going. Let's say they say, oh, so many billions of dollars going to education. But what does that mean? Like, I want to see how much did you pay for the school building? How much did you pay for the school doorknobs? How much did you pay for the band uniforms? How much did you pay for the computers in the library? How much are you paying for the internet connection? How much are you paying the janitor to clean the toilets? Like, I want to know everything, not just education. That's too bland for me. How much did the library books cost? How much is the principal getting paid? How much is the school mascot costume, like to renovate the football stadium, or the football arena or the gym? How much does that cost? I want to see everything, not just it goes to education. What? Why? The books, the pencils, the sharpeners. I want an itemized list. Where the hell is my money going? Bridges and infrastructure. How much are y'all paying on the cement? How much are y'all paying on the cement trucks? Because I know a lot of it is bureaucracy. I know when they say we're doing it for infrastructure and roads and bridges and drawbridges and whatnot, most of that is just supervisors and overseers just looking at other people doing the real work. I guarantee if I saw an itemized statement of what the government is actually spending money on, I can make a bunch of, like, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this, and still have efficiency no matter where the money goes, whether it's defense, education, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. I guarantee I can make a bunch of cuts to it and it'll still run proficiently. I need another shot. Hey, Brooke, I get another shot when you get a chance? Cute Brooke. Cutie Patootie. Banana Brooke. Can I get another shot? Most of it goes to your state for... I know, right? And I always owe. I know, excuse me. I know taxes are important and I understand why it is. I just think... Thank you.
At your service, favorite bartender.
All right, thank you. So, and plus, the stuff that we do spend our tax monies on, I don't even think I use. And I have a suggestion right after I take this shot. Hold on. I worked myself into a tizzy. I'm sorry. But here's how I think taxes should work. Only because I don't think I'm getting my full compensation from what they're spending tax money on. I think they should have an optional tax sheet, right? Saying that, hey, Susie, where's my first shot? I need one to get you one. So over here, they are trying to get rid of the income tax in Mississippi. Do that. I'm fully on board with that. I think they do that in Florida right now. But here's what I would suggest. All right, you have a list of all the things that your tax money is supposed to go to, and then you, as the individual taxpayer, just check off what you want your specific taxes to go to. All right. So, and if you don't check off something because you don't want to pay taxes to that service or whatever, you just don't get to utilize it. For instance, I don't have any kids, so I have no use for public schools. I don't go to public school. I've clearly graduated. I don't use public school facilities for anything. I don't go to play basketball at the high school gym. I don't use any high school or elementary school library, right? So I don't think it's fair that some of my tax money that I'm paying is going specifically for public schools because I don't utilize that service. Therefore, I would skip that one. However, I would pay for first responders, like if I have a medical emergency or if a fire department, police, I would check that off, say I would like to pay tax for that. That's a service that I would like to use. Post office, even though the U.S. Postal Service is losing money hand over fist each year, I still like my mail. I like my snail mail. I like to get my bills in the mailbox because if I did like my light bill company says they keep trying to urge me to go paperless, I will forget because I don't check my emails and stuff like that. And I don't like that direct deposit stuff either. So I need the actual physical envelope in my mailbox. So I would check off U.S. Postal Service. I want our country to be defended, so I would check military spending. Yes, military, first responders, firefighters, EMTs, all that, postal service. I would check all that off, right? Public schools, I wouldn't check off because I don't use it. Medicaid, Medicare, I'm not paying taxes on that. So you might be thinking, well, what happens? Let's say somebody doesn't want to pay taxes for the fire department, right? But their house catch fire. Well, it's easy. Let's say you don't pay taxes on the fire department, right? But your house catches fire and you need the fire department. But you didn't pay taxes on that service. The fire department just send you an invoice just like anything else. Like if you call an exterminator to get rid of your termites or your roaches, they will give you an invoice. If you call a contractor to fix your plumbing and your toilet, they give you an invoice. So if you don't pay taxes on the fire department, but you feel the need to use the fire department or you have to use the fire department, they would just bill you like any other service, like any other private sector service. But if you do use the taxes and say, I'm paying taxes to the fire department, well, if my house catch on fire and I call the fire department, they come for free because it's covered by my taxes, right? But let's say you say, well, I don't want to spend money on roads and bridges and infrastructure. Well, guess what? If you don't pay taxes on roads and bridges and infrastructure, you just don't get to use it. I'm sorry, I know you got to go to work, but since you're not paying taxes on the roads, since you're not paying taxes on the bridges, you just ain't going to be able to ride on the roads and bridges because you didn't pay taxes for it. If you do decide to use the roads and bridges, they'll just toll you like they do at toll bridges. Like, look, I don't pay taxes on this bridge, but I have to get across. Okay, well, you have to pay a toll to get across the bridge. You see what I'm saying? Like, you choose what you want to pay your taxes on, and if you want to use a service that you don't pay taxes on, they just fine you and invoice you directly. That way you can have a clearer picture of exactly where your money is going to, who's spending it, and you use the service that you spend. I would agree with that. I have no use for a lot of the things that my tax money is going to, therefore I shouldn't have to pay for it. Does that make sense, or am I blowing smoke out of my what my tax refund statement got me? And then you got to file for it. They be lying. Oh, yeah, you can file taxes for free, but then they charge you $50. Hey, liver killers. What up, Mike? I like that one, the liver killers. What can't kill you can only make you strong. And right now, my liver's doing 50 squats right now. Every time I leave work, I pass the billboard that shows you the current lottery ticket winnings, like the pot, right? And I think right now here in the waters, we're like at 248 for like the Powerball and like 48 million for the Mega Millions or whatever. And I know that whenever somebody wins the lottery, once again, that's also taxed. Like they take the tax out of that and they take a large chunk. Like when you ask for the lump sum, because they tell you, they show you if you pick the annuity or the lump sum, they tell you how much they taking out in taxes. And once again, what is the point of telling me the lottery ticket jackpot if that's not really what I'm getting if I decide to win? It says you're going to win $200 million, then you win $200 million, but you don't really get $200 million. You get like 100 point something million because all they take out of, like, all taxes are so frustrating. The Internal Revenue Service. Don't know why it exists. I think the Department of Treasury had it all figured out already, but then the IRS came about. Just make things worse. And I always fantasize about hitting the lottery. And I'll be honest with you. I'm bitching about taxes because I'm broke. And every time I take a hit on taxes, it really hurts me. Like when I see how much money my paycheck was in gross, and then I see after the taxes and Social Security and Medicare and all these other expenses, Louisiana state tax, and then I see how much I'm actually getting, it just feels like I'm getting like sexually assaulted. It hurts. Like it hurts me looking at it. It hurts me looking at it. I'm not lying. Like when I look at how much I'm supposed to get compared to how much I'm actually getting, I feel a physical pain. Like right in this area right here, it's like, and I should be used to it by now. I should be used to it, but I'm not. It still hurts. But if I hit the lottery, I would take that hit because I would have so much left over that it wouldn't make a difference. But in the bracket I'm at now, the financial bracket I'm at right now, it's not working for me. And I agree with the flat. I think it should be a flat tax because even if I made more money, which everybody should be trying to do is make more money, they take so much out in taxes, and I don't like that. There should be a flat tax all the way across the board. It shouldn't matter how much money you make. Let's say the flat tax is 10%. No matter how much you make, they should only take 10% no matter your financial bracket. I hate this idea that once you become like you're a thousandaire right now, they take a certain amount of percentage. But if you become a 100,000aire, then they take more. But then you become a millionaire, then they take a bigger chunk. Then you become a multi-millionaire, then they take a larger chunk. Then you become a billionaire, and you're really getting screwed. Like a large part of our taxes is being paid by billionaires. They take the greatest hit, especially if you're a billionaire in New York. Everybody keeps saying the rich don't pay their fair share. That is a lie. The rich pay more than their fair share, and they know it. The rich take the biggest hit. The richest paying, the billionaires and millionaires, once the taxes get through, they are taking like a lot, like more than 50%. I want to go on a limb and say over 80% of all of the taxes. Like they are taking a hit for real, and they could be doing more. What's going on, B?
What's up, everybody?
You gonna line them up for me? Right there. No shots. No. Be over there tripping. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I always fantasize about hitting the lottery too. Every time I pass up that billboard, I say I'm going to buy a ticket. Never do. And when I do buy, I always say never do, but I do it every now and then. I don't do it as often as I should. And then when I do buy a ticket, I never win. That's actually true. I've never hit the lottery. I found out that there's other ways to hit the lottery too. I didn't even know, so I probably won and didn't know. If you turn in your ticket, you can win like $5 here and there, depending on how many numbers you got. Something like that. I didn't know because I'm not a gambler and I'm not a lotto person. I just be hoping beyond hope that I would hit the lottery one time. Because I have my whole life planned out if I did hit the lottery. First of all, nobody would know about it. You know what I'm saying? But this dude in France hit the lottery. Let me tell you what this loser did. Wait, hold on. Where yours at?
Sure that.
Oh, all right, cool. All right. Okay, never mind. Dude in France hits the lottery. I don't know what the French currency is. I think they're like francos, maybe euros. All right, salute, Bing. Ooh. All right, so dude in France hits the lottery. Don't know the currency in France, but it is the equivalent to $217 million US. Let me tell you what this fool did. $217 million. This dude blew the entire thing on charities to save the planet. He felt like that was the priority. 217 million for eco-friendly charities to save the planet. Don't get me wrong. That is a noble cause. His heart was in the right place, but his brain was not. First of all, even if that was your desire to save the planet, right? 217 million, you don't give it to the organizations or the causes. You can do it yourself. 217 million, even with the taxes taken out, you can build your own damn windmills and you can make your own electric car company. You know, if you really want to save the planet, you don't give it away to other people. They're not doing a great job. First of all, the planet doesn't need to be saved. That's how I know it's a waste of money. The planet is doing just fine. The planet is doing great. Everybody keeps saying, we're killing the planet, we're killing the planet. There's no way we can kill the planet. There's no way. We're a drop in the bucket compared to the planet. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, we litter and stuff like that. But when you look at the scoreboard, it's not the planet that needs to be saved. It's the humans that need to be saved. The humans are getting demolished by the planet. If you take a body count, let's say it is a grudge match between humans and the earth. Humans are destroying the planet. So the planet versus the humans. The body count of humans getting their ass whipped by the planet compared to how many times humans whip the planet's ass, dude, it's undeniable. The planet is winning. How many people have died because of earthquakes, volcanoes, tornadoes, typhoons, tsunamis, floods, acid rain, lightning strikes, hurricanes? Yeah, a lot of people have died because of the planet. Lots of people have died because of the planet. Now, how many times have humans killed the planet? 0. Scoreboard, the planet is winning. The planet does not need to be saved. The planet is A-OK. It's our dumbasses that need to be saved from the planet. So you're already wasting your money trying to save the planet because the planet does not need a bodyguard. The planet does not need help. The planet is whipping our ass when it comes to body count. Because the planet is still here. The planet's been around for a few million years. It's been through ice ages, meteor strikes. Humans have been around a couple 100,000 years, and we are getting dropped. Hippopotamus stampedes. Like, most of it is due to our stupidity, but when it comes to the body count, we are not winning against Mother Nature. So the idea that the planet needs to be saved, that's completely rubbish. But even if you did want to save the planet, the way he went about it was the wrong way because he's putting his faith in these organizations that he doesn't really know the ins and outs of, right? He's giving all of his money and saying, here, go save the planet, and wiping his hands with it, but you don't know what they're actually doing with that money. And with the amount of money that he made, with the amount of money, he could have did everything himself. If you felt like, oh, there's too much plastic in the ocean, with that much money, he could have hired people to go scuba diving and get all the plastic out of the ocean. If he wanted cleaner, greener energy or whatever the hell it is with electric cars, with that amount of money he got, he could have started his own green car company. Like, everything he thinks these organizations are going to do with his money, he could have did it himself. Him, with his own money. He had $217 million. If you want to put a solar panel on everybody's roofs, you don't give your money to the solar panel company. You do it yourself. You buy your own solar panels and you put them on, like, you donate them to all the people's roofs. Whatever you think it is, like, let's say you want wind energy or whatever the hell, right? If you really believe that, you don't give your money to the wind energy company, you build your own windmills. This dude did it all wrong. He wasted $217 million. You know the odds of winning the lottery? This dude hit the lottery and spent all the money wrong. And I wish I can go back in time and pimp slap him. Or I wish I can go back in time and win that money. I would have done the right thing. I wouldn't have saved the planet, but just think about that. This guy did something that is so rare. He won the lottery. He won the damn lottery. $217 million, and then he blows it all on stuff he cannot control himself when he had the money to control it all himself. Maybe there's a reason I don't have this much money. Maybe I'm too smart. Maybe there's some kind of cosmic karma that's stopping me or preventing me from hitting the lottery. Because I would literally save society if I got enough money. This one dude, he bought a boat, a cruise ship. He bought an entire cruise ship on Craigslist. Didn't even know you can do that. I did not even know. He didn't know you can do that. What happened was he was perusing on Craigslist for some reason, and he came across a cruise ship, and he thought it was a scam. I would have thought it was a scam, but his curiosity got the best of him. He wanted to see how deep the scam goes. So this dude, he acted like he was interested in buying the cruise ship because he couldn't believe that somebody was actually selling the cruise ship. All right? He didn't believe it. I don't believe it. I still don't believe it even though he bought it. So what happened was he saw the cruise ship on Craigslist, thought it was a crazy thing, thought it was a scam. He decided to investigate. The curiosity got the best of him. He actually went, what's up, Luke? He actually went to the place where the cruise ship was docked and saw the cruise ship for himself and realized, wait, this is not a scam. Somebody's actually trying to sell this cruise ship. And this cruise ship was in bad shape. It was all rusted out and all that. And it was like a World War II cruise ship and all that. And even though he had no interest in buying it, he just wanted to see if it was a scam or not. Once he saw it, he bought it anyway. The thing is, he did not want to say how much he bought the cruise ship. The dude bought a cruise ship on Craigslist, and he did not want to say how much he paid for it. Maybe because he paid too much for it, or maybe he got a good deal. Whatever it is, he did not want to disclose how much he paid for a cruise ship. He bought it. Clearly, this guy has more money than me. But even though he didn't want to reveal how much he paid for the cruise ship was in bad shape. Remember that. He disclosed how much he has to pay for the renovations to fix it. It's going to take $3 million to fix the cruise ship to make it presentable even while it's docked. Not even going to the ocean and doing stuff. Just while it's docked to be presentable with the renovations, he's paying $3 million. I'm going to assume that a $3 million renovation was much more than what he paid for the cruise ship itself. I mean, props to him. I would like to know what this guy does for a living, because I don't have $3 million on the cruise ship. I would love to. I think this whole day drink is about bitching about my financial situation, because I think I'm worth so much more, but I don't have the balls like this guy. I'm just going to buy a cruise ship. $3 million renovation. What does he do? Does he have OnlyFans? I don't know. All right. Whew. So let's try to make this a positive day drink. Let's spin around. Here's a funny story that I saw. I call it assault and cattery, because somebody got the ass whipped with a cat as a weapon. Here's what happened. So there was this couple, and it was a lesbian couple, meaning there was two females. One of the lesbians accused the other lesbians of cheating with another female, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a lesbian, but I do love women. But I would assume that if you are sexually attracted to women, right, and you are dating a woman, and another woman is attracted to one of your women, but you're attracted to that other woman that your woman is dating, wouldn't the more the merrier be the rule? Meaning that instead of being like, you and I are together, don't cheat with that other woman, wouldn't it be like, you and I are together and let's get that woman into it? Or am I thinking from a male perspective? I don't know. I would assume if there are two women attracted to another woman, or other women, the more women the merrier, right? All the women are attracted to all of each other, so why not be attracted to each other? But that's not how it works. So one woman says, hey, I think you're cheating on me. The other woman says, no, I'm not cheating on you. And they get to this big argument. These two women, right? Well, one of the women take their pet cat and they say, I swear I'm not cheating on you on the soul of this cat. And the cat batted the piss out the other woman. Ah, pot. One of the lesbians used the cat as a weapon to bat the piss out the other lesbian. The irony of that situation. Like, she literally got whipped by a cat. A lesbian pussy whipped another lesbian. Whoops! She got that cat scratch fever. She had scars. I've never used a cat as a weapon. Women have used a cat as a weapon against me or whatever, but it was all good at the end of the day. But that is the most ironic thing. Assault and catering. Now, I put on Facebook earlier, what would you like for me to talk about on day drinking? And I wrote this down because I didn't want to forget. Facebook friend Travis says he wants me to talk about radio is a dead business because there's canned programming, automation, and voice tracks. I get where it's coming from, but he is completely wrong. Radio has never been more alive than today. Now, I get it. Radio isn't like it used to be, right? Radio, you had certain local transmissions, and you could only pick up locally where you were at. But radio has evolved and adapted. And maybe Travis doesn't identify how good radio actually is right now. There was a time where the only radio that you can listen to was the radio in your area. Now we have the technology that you can listen to any radio show you want from any state, any city, any country on your cell phone. We can listen to more radio. Radio is more alive than it's ever been because our audience has expanded, right? If you live in New Orleans, you're not relegated to just listen to New Orleans radio. You can listen to any radio station you want from anywhere, especially if you download one of the apps. So the idea that radio is dead is not. Maybe the arcane way that people used to listen to radio is dead, but it has evolved. Download the Odyssey app. You can listen to radio stations from Chicago, from Boston, from South Central Los Angeles, from New York City. Like any sports show you want to listen to, you can. Any music station you want to listen to, you can. No matter where you are on the planet, you can listen to any radio station on the planet. Radio is not dead. It may be unrecognizable to Travis, but it's evolved. Pretty much every radio show has a nationwide audience because of the way we now listen to radio, right? Think about the way you watch TV now. It's changed from having 2 or 3 channels that you had to watch on an antenna to now you can literally watch an entire season of your favorite TV show in one watching in one night by using a streaming service. Dude, radio is not dead. It is evolved. My mission, if I choose to accept it, which I do, don't tell anybody this. I want to be the #1 radio personality of all time, anywhere, everywhere. I know it's a tough task, but I think I have the potential to do so. I just need the opportunity and the faith and the listeners, and I have to come up with the content, which I can do. But radio is not dead. It's adapted, it's expanded, it's better. because anybody can listen to anything anytime they want with podcasting, with download. They can keep radio shows. You can download radio shows now to your computer and to your smart device, and you can listen to them whenever you want. That is better. You can listen to any radio station anywhere on the planet from an app on your damn cell phone. That is better. You don't need the whole setup now with the receiver and the antenna and all that. Dude, radio is bigger. Radio is better. And I'm going to dominate it. All right. You have now reached the question and answer portion of Day Drinking with Coleman. I got all my frustrations out. I'm about to take one more shot. Hey, Brookie Brooke. One more shot, please. So you now have this much time to ask anything you want to ask me. And I'm too inebriated to lie to you. Because I wouldn't lie to you. Hey, Brooke, how tall are you? I got 6 in the morning.
I got 2 hours of sleep last night, so.
Me too. Trust me, me too.
What were you doing?
It's not what was I doing, it was who. Oh, I'm sorry. Who was I? All right, salute. This is my last shot. What a beautiful day. Don't forget that I will be on the air tomorrow on Bayou 95.7 from 2 to 8. I'm always on Bayou 95.7 on the weekend. I'm a weekend warrior. On Saturdays, it's 11 to 3. Then 3, I do day drinking. If you are part of the crew of Coleman, I still haven't got a fan page yet. I'm disappointed in everybody who's a fan of mine. Where's the crew of Coleman Facebook fan page where everybody shares all the stuff that I do? I'm not going to do it myself because that's not what a fan page is. Right? Salute. Woo. All right. Well, let me put it back this way. All right. Well, seems like nobody has any questions, so I guess I'll call this a wrap. Unofficially. All right. So I'm going to pretend that I'm going to stop the live stream. Woo! I stopped the live stream. Now we're about to get weird. All right. If you made it this far, here's some candid conversation. So I had an epiphany, and it's really weird how we perceive time. Like the way we feel time. The passing of time. You know, every human has a general idea of how much time has passed without looking at a clock or without looking at a watch. And I get that our circadian rhythm gets thrown off when it comes to the daylight savings, spring break, fall back, and all that crazy stuff like that. Our circadian rhythms get thrown off. But it's actually true that the older you get, time feels like it's passing by faster than it does when we were younger. All right? So as we get older, the way we feel the passage of time is faster and more gradual. And there's actually a scientific explanation for that I'm not going to get into right now. I just want to share this experience. All right. So I work in radio, of course. The thing is, with radio, everything is time sensitive. The commercials are a certain time. The music that we play is a certain time. When we talk, it's a certain time, right? And I remember it was Tuesday. I was at work, and I had the potty real bad. Like it was bubbling. Like it was the worst. The thing is, I knew that I couldn't use the restroom in the potty until 15 minutes after all the commercials and after all the songs were done. All right? So I'm in the studio listening to the show, and I gotta go. So I'm getting up out my chair. I'm moving around. I'm trying to hold it in. Because I was prairie dogging. Like I was right there. I had to run. I had to go. Right? But I had to wait 15 minutes. And it was the longest 15 minutes that I ever endured in my life. You know, every time I think a certain amount of time had passed, I would look at the time and it was like just 45 seconds had passed. And I'm just like, wait, like, come on, man, go to commercial, go to break, go to commercial, I gotta go. And they was talking and they were laughing and I'm just in the studio bouncing up and down trying to stop. It was the longest 15 minutes, right? 15 minutes I had to wait to go potty. And it was brutal on me. It was the longest, it felt like an eternity. However, I knew when I did go to the restroom to do my business, I had 15 minutes to come back before the next commercial break. I had to come back 15 minutes to press the buttons. And here's how we perceive time. When I had to wait that 15 minutes to go, it felt like an eternity. But when I was actually doing my business and I knew I only had 15 minutes to do so, that time was flying by fast. Like, it was like, it's the same 15 minutes. So why did this 15 minutes for me to do all of my business so I can go back and rock the commercials, why is that going by so fast? Every time I look at the time, because I had to time it, all right? So I used my phone to time the 15 minutes to make sure I got back in the studio on time to make sure the commercials played when they were supposed to. Man, that time flew by fast as hell. And that got me thinking about how we perceive time. Hey, Sherry, how you doing? It got me thinking about how we perceive time. That first 15 minutes felt like an eternity. That other 15 minutes flew by fast because I was fighting it, right? And I do that when it's time to go to work. Like when I know I have to go to work, time flies by fast. It's like I don't have enough time to do everything that I want to do because I have to be here at a certain time, and that time is flying. I got to fight it. Meanwhile, when I'm waiting on something, that time seems to fly by so slow. It moves so slow. There's a cliche that says, time flies when you are having fun. And I completely agree with that because it does. When I'm doing something that I actually like, the time shoots. When I'm doing something I'm not enjoying, the time feels like an eternity. And my circadian rhythm's all thrown off. My potty rhythm's all thrown off. For some reason, I only have to potty when, like, right when I get out the shower, or right when I'm about to go to work, or right when I get dressed. The most inconvenient times. I think my body does that on purpose to be comedic. Like, why do you wait for me to get fully dressed and then all of a sudden everything starts bubbling? Like, why? Why? Why do you wait till I'm fresh and clean out the shower and then say, oh, by the way, it's time to go? Why? This morning, I didn't have to go to work till 10:30, 11 o'clock, but I've been up since 7. And I ate some chicken wings and some crawfish and some boiled shrimp. And I was trying to get myself to go, but I couldn't go. But as soon as I make it to work, as soon as I cut the microphone off, that's when my body's like, oh, it's time to go. Like my body waits for the worst times to go. And I don't like that. I don't like my circadian rhythm. All right? I just had to share that with you because it's been bothering me. Other than that, what's up, Crystal? How you doing? Yo, I love it. How you doing? I wish these day drinkers could come earlier because I know 3 o'clock, but I'm on the air from 11 to 3 and I can't do a day drinking early. Like I used to do them at noon. And that was perfect because everybody was lunchtime. It's a Saturday. The weather's beautiful. But these 3 o'clock day drinkers, man, there's not too much interaction. Really, Crystal, what are you drinking? You can tell me. Natty Light. That's cool. All right. Well, salute. I'm cheap. Yeah, You know what? Let me tell you. I went out on a date with a chick and she told me that I was cheap too. I said, I'm not cheap, I'm broke. There's a difference. I wish I had the money to take you out somewhere where there was lobster and steak, but I ain't got that kind of money. So enjoy those tater tots. Enjoy that kids meal. Because first of all, when you go out on a date with me, it doesn't matter where I bring you. I'm the main attraction. You know what I'm saying? You are enjoying your presence with me. So I bring you to Sonic and we just sit in the car and wait for us to bring them a hot dog. You have a good day. You have a good day getting ready. All right, Sharon. Wait, tomorrow's like Palm Sunday or something like that, right? Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I got it. Yeah. But when you go out on a date with me, I'm the main attraction, so I can take you to like a Wendy's or something like that, and you still enjoy yourself because I'm just that cool of a guy. I get that you want to go to Portugal and Fogo de Chao and stuff like that, but I ain't got it like that. I just told you my taxes be boning me. If you haven't watched this Day Drinking from the beginning, when I finish, it'll upload to the Bayou 95.7's Facebook page, and you can see it in its entirety. I did this big spiel about taxes and how the taxes are getting at me. These are taxes. This is me. Single with no kids does have its disadvantages. But other than that, you guys be cool. I will be doing Day Drinking next Saturday. And I will be on Bayou 95.7. Saturdays 11 to 3. Sunday, yeah. You just hopped on. Watch it all over again, Crystal. And share it to your friends that you think might like it. I want to make something big happen with these day drinkings. And I need all of your support. If you find this entertaining, share it. The concept is simple. I just get drunk in front of people and talk nonsense. And it's fun. It's funny, in my opinion. We'll see what happens. You guys be cool. Mwah.